That might be the reason why I couldn't. Now it's being recorded.
Okay, so it is working, yeah? So, yeah. So, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Santiago Pozo from the University of Vigo. I am the director for internationalization in the university. For our university, it's a pleasure to open this great initiative, the ATHENA Alumni Talks. This activity will be a meeting point between alumni, students, and also companies involved in the European University ATHENA. In these sessions, alumni of our universities will share with us their professional experiences, and of course, they will tell us how their students have contributed to their personal and professional development. I am sure that these talks will help many students to know what their professional path may be and to discover new options to develop their future, to develop their professional lives. So in these first sessions that University of Vigo will start with one of our young alumni. Now here we have our students, our alumni already, Sofía Vivián Álvarez. She is an enthusiastic young engineer of 22 years old. She has obtained a bachelor degree in telecommunications technology, engineering, with a telematics specialization at our university. She was an Erasmus student in 2021. She studied at Darmstadt University of Applied Science in Germany. She is a proficient user and worker in programming languages like Python, C++, Java. She is working also in the development of environment, different informatics and telematics environments, such as PyCharm, Eclipse, Android Studios, and other more. She also has experience with Linux and Unix operating systems and collaborative development platforms like GitHub. She has experience and she works with artificial intelligence, covering machine learning and other platforms and subfields related with artificial intelligence. In July, August 2022, I'm sure that she will explain this better and with more detail. She completed an internship at Possible Inc., applying her skills to real-world projects. And since October 2022, she has been working in the Automotive Technology Center of Galicia, CTA as a software developer for human-machine interfaces, and this is a brief CV of Sofia, that she is starting out her professional life. And now, please, Sofia, the stage is for you, and please give us all the information that can be useful for your colleagues and for the rest of the audience.
Okay, thank you for the presentation. First of all, it is a pleasure for me also to be here today. First of all, I want to give you some information about me. As you already know, my name is Sofia. I am 22 years old and I study telecommunications engineering in the University of Vigo. During this talk, I will explain to you a bit my professional journey from my studies to my actual job in the Automotive Technology Center of Galicia. And that's it. I will start. I will split this speech in 3 parts. The first one is more related with the university. Second one is more related with my internship I did last year. And the last one is related with my actual job in the Automotive Technology Center of Galicia. Okay, so I'm going to start with the first one, with the university. To put you in a context, I started my studies in the university in 2018. Unlike some people, I was not completely sure about what I wanted to study. I only knew that I had a lot of curiosity about mathematics and technology. So after some considerations, I tried to start telecommunications engineering. I was not completely sure about this idea, but when I started, I really liked it. During this time in the degree, I had the opportunity to learn things related with mathematics, physics, technology, also programming. And in the third year, I had to choose a mention in my degree between four options. I had the option of image and sound, telecommunication systems, electronics, and telematics. In my case, I chose the last one, telematics. It was the mention more related with software, programming, networks, and all the things related with computer science. So also in my last year, I had the opportunity to do an Erasmus program. I went to Germany to study in the Faculty of Computer Science in the University of Applied Science in Darmstadt. And during this year, I had the opportunity to learn things related with machine learning, artificial intelligence, and all these type of things. And it confirmed my idea of try to work in something related with data. I mean, data, machine learning, and all the process related with the treatment of the data. So when I came back from Germany, I decided that the best option for me was start working at the same time I was finishing my final project of my degree. So in July 2022, I started an internship in a technology consulting company. It was specialized in data analytics and digital development for companies. This type of business is formed by software experts and technology experts who provides guidance to other companies related with the creation, with the use, improvement, and control of the software systems and applications. During these 2 months, I performed tasks related with the data and information treatment, including everything related with the algorithms of machine learning. So during this time, I was working in everything that I believed was the sector of work I would like the most. However, after this time, I realized that this was not the case. So when I finished my internship, I realized that I didn't like that area as much as I thought. So after that, I was in a difficult situation because I have to decide my future. I have to decide in which area I will specialize or I will work in the future. So in my mind, I had two ideas. By one hand, I thought that maybe I needed more time to give more opportunity to this area because 2 months is not too much time. So maybe I need more time. Maybe I need to give another opportunity to this area. And by the other hand, I also thought that maybe the idea I had about this area, the data and machine learning, was not the reality. Maybe I thought in this idea with a perspective of a student. And later, when I tried it, it was not what I thought. So after that, after this first contact with the work life, I start my actual job in the TAG, Automotive Technology Center of Galicia. In October of 2022, I started this job as a software developer, HMI software developer. HMI means human machine interface. So it means I work with everything related with the communication between the human and the machine. In this case, I work with cars. So it's the communication between the user, the driver, and the car. To give you an example, if you are driving, in front of you, you're gonna have a screen. In this screen, you can see information about the car. You can see the speed, you can see the level of the oil, and you can see a lot of information from the car. So this is an example of the software I have to do, this screen, for example. But it's not also related with the driving part, but also related with the entertainment part and the comfort part. For example, if you are driving, if you are listening music, and if you want to change the sound, you have to push a button or you have to touch the screen to change the sound. So in the backend, the car has to know that when you press the button, the car has to change the music or what it should do. This software is what I do in my actual job. The truth is the HMI is really important in a car, but especially in the autonomous car. I work with autonomous car prototypes in different levels of autonomous driving. So when you have to share the driving with a car, the HMI is really important because you have to get feedback about the car, because if at the moment you are not driving, it's more comfortable for you get information about what is the car doing at that moment, because you feel more comfortable if you know what is the car doing at that moment. So if you receive feedback message about the car, the user experience will be better. This expression, user experience, is the most important thing when you are working as an HMI developer. Because when you do an HMI, first of all, in my team, we are a really multidisciplinary team. We work with psychologists, ergonomists, and a lot of different profiles of people. So I have to do the software development, but then other people are gonna do an studio about the opinion that the user can have about this HMI. So the conclusion of the project is a studio about the user experience. You have to do a studio with common users, common people, and get information about their opinion when they are driving with this HMI. So you get a lot of information about the people. In my job, we work with a a lot of big companies of the automotion. So in this case, for example, the enterprises want to get the best user experience as possible. Because if you are going to buy a car, you want to feel comfortable when you are driving, and this is one of the most important parts related with the HMI. So big companies want to get the best user experience, and they also want to do investigation and innovation. So I work in a center of investigation, and we work with internal projects, but also with projects of big companies. And this is basically the things I do in my job, and this is basically the summary of my professional journey. It's not longer because I'm young, but I hope you enjoy it. And if you have any questions, you can ask me without any problems.
Thank you very much, Sofia. I think that you were very, very clear, and I think that now we can understand better your journey and your professional life. We can understand well the connection between the bachelor and the work that you are doing now. So I think that this was a great presentation of your professional life. Your short professional life, but I'm sure that this life will be very, very successful in the future. So now we can open a round for questions. Please, we are not a lot of people, so if you have any questions, you only have to open your micro and ask to Sofia the question. So please.
Can I ask a question to Sofia?
Of course, Dimitris, please.
I'm also a student at electronic engineering here in Hanya, and I'd like to ask Sofia, how did she manage to find her first job?
When I started to work, that's true that the more important thing or the most difficult thing is try to get the best enterprise for you. That's true that in my case, I was a volunteer in an activity related with the enterprise that the university, people from my university did. So I had contact before with the enterprise, so I knew what each enterprise work and how the people think about this enterprise. So I had a feedback, and I chose. In the case of my internship, I chose the enterprise I thought was the best in the data analytics, because at that moment I wanted to study in data analytics. And then I decided to change completely my idea of working. So I remember that I met people from other enterprise, so I sent the curriculum to this enterprise. And for me, it was easy because I had the first contact before. But I think if you are a quiet person, if you send the curriculum and if you do the common things, you are going to manage really good, because it's not a problem solved with the enterprise. I don't know if I answered your question.
Yeah, I think yes, I got the answer that I hoped for. So thank you very much, Sofia.
Okay.
Sophia, and how was the selection process? Was too long? You had different stages for the work, the job offer, or how was it?
The truth is that in the second one, I mean, in my actual job, this
Yes,
like
you're right.
formal job, I had only one meeting with people from my team, also with the people of human resources of the enterprise, and only one meeting was enough. I don't know if it's the common or not, but in my case, it was only one meeting.
Okay. So more questions?
Yes, Sofia, will you please give us some information about what kind of projects were you doing at the Possible Incorporated in data analytics and so on? What kind of projects were these data related to?
I remember one project. I don't know if I can give a lot of information because
Yeah.
you are.
Yes, of course. Just a rough idea.
Yeah,
Just a rough
yeah.
idea. Yeah.
I remember that I work in a website of a company, and they wanted to optimize every software of the website. So I did an algorithm of machine learning. I don't know, I cannot remember in which project, but I remember that, for example, with machine learning, I did an algorithm to recognize in a photo if the person has glasses or not. And I worked in different parts of projects. So it was websites or apps, common apps, and the other enterprises want to optimize or improve the front end, the part of the web that people see, or common things like that.
Thank you, Sofia.
I have also two questions. Let's see. One is, I mean, because for me it was interesting to listen that you say that in beginning you were not very sure about the bachelor that you want to do, and then you start to study engineering of telecommunications. So how was the beginning? I mean, because if you were not very sure, maybe in the beginning you thought maybe this is not for me, or you say, okay, this is great for me. How was this first course that you had here in university?
It was a difficult situation because when you start and you are not really sure about the degree, I remember when I started, a lot of people knows a lot of programming.
Okay.
I didn't know any knowledge about that. So at the first moment, I thought, okay, wait, why the people know a lot of things of programming? Maybe this is not for me. But the truth is, in some weeks later, I get a lot of knowledge about programming and all the things. So after 1-2 months, I was sure about the idea. It was difficult at the first time because you can think, okay, maybe it's not for me. You are not really sure, but I think if you work in something, with the time, if you like it, you are not gonna have problems with the degree, because at the first moment, for me, the most difficult part was think that maybe the others know more, and maybe for me it's gonna be more difficult and something like that. But was difficult at the first moment, but then it was nice.
Okay. And what is your opinion about the exchange grants? I mean, like Erasmus or for mobility. Do you think that they are useful for the students when they have to start to work in international environment as you work? So what do you think about that experience?
I think it's really useful in all fields of the life. In the personal, I think it's really useful, but also in the professional world, because the enterprise want to get people that are in an internalization environment. So if you went to Germany, for example, to do an Erasmus program, they thought that it was really nice when I tried to get the job. The people from the enterprise say to me, "Wow, this was a really good decision, because now you have more possibilities to get a job." So I think it is really useful. And also in the personal life, I think it's really useful because you know more people, more cultures, and you also in the professional area, you know more subjects, because for example, in my case, when I went to Germany, I was studying computer science. It's not exactly the same degree, but it was really nice for me because I learned more things, so I can have a big perspective because I know more things. So I think it's really useful.
Okay. And I have one question more. I think that is the more difficult question that you will listen today, and is how you will see the Sofia of the future.
A difficult question.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. That's true that when I started to work, my idea was start to work and worked for 1-2 years because I would like to do a master. But I always thought that it's better work first 1-2 years to see the real world, because when you are studying, you can think that maybe this area is better for you, but then when you go to the real world, your idea changed. So I think in the future, in maybe in 1 year, I will go to other city, maybe in other country, I don't know, to do a master, and then continue doing something related with the software or something like that. I don't know, it's a really difficult question.
Yeah, I know. I know. So, any questions, please?
Iago.
Yeah.
Hi, Sofia. This is Maria Pardal. I work at the Vigo within the ATHENA Alliance. This is not a question. I just wanted to thank you because I think your experience would be very inspiring for our students. And now you're part of the ATHENA alumni community, so I would also like to welcome you as the alumni part of our students board. So thank you very much for your experience. And since this session has been recorded, I'm sure it will inspire all of our students. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So maybe George, you want to ask something else or?
No, Iago, just to thank again Sofia for his talk, and my best wishes for his professional and personal career.
Thank you. I was a bit nervous. I hope that
No, not at all.
was
Not
enough
at
to
all.
understand.
It was really good, and yes, thank you for your time and also for your effort to try to summarize all your study life and your professional life. I'm sure that your talk will be inspiring for the students that can see the talk in our social media and in our web. So thank you, Sofia, and yes, congratulations for everything that you already done, and yes, and good luck for your great future.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so thank you, Sofia. I will stop the recording. Yes.